Well, this is great. You know, we got our names above our heads and our logos.
Yeah.
Before we start up the Acolyte by Disney's Star Wars, do you want to tell everyone out there what it is you do and what connection to Star Wars you have? What's your name?
Oh God, I have a name. I am Ben of the Beer Thrillers. Blog, website, Facebook, whatever, yada yada.
I'll throw it all on the screen.
Yeah, do that stuff that you do. Basically just beer stuff, hiking stuff, book stuff, nerd stuff. Yeah. So
Critiquing of some kind.
Yeah, we do some of the reviewing of the things like this great show that we didn't get paid to say is great. God, I think I broke a mirror as I'm winking.
This whole review will depend on whether or not Disney sends us that swag package they promised us. So.
If that check bounces, Disney.
And I'm Drew with Knights of Nostalgia. This will be uploaded to the main channel with our other review of another show that came out about 6 months ago? Ahsoka.
It's probably been that long.
If you were familiar with our work beforehand, you do know we weren't a fan of Ahsoka. We did watch it all, and we tried to be as objective as possible.
Yeah.
As fair as possible.
And we do go in...
Try to praise where praise is due and hate where hate is due.
Right. And we do go in without, with what we can without being spoiled.
Yeah. I know nothing about this other than the teaser.
My basic knowledge is that teaser trailer, knowing that it's 100 years set before the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yoda could still appear, I guess.
I think
he'd be the only character from the original, or maybe Plagueis. I think might be.
Well, are we gonna say Plagueis is like an OG character though?
I don't know.
He's mentioned in one line of dialogue, really, right?
I really don't think they would even bother showing him because there's no connection.
The Plagueis, you know more about the books than I do. Isn't the Plagueis book even non-canon now?
Yeah, because the original Plagueis book by James Luceno was original.
Because I also wondered if they were going to go in the route, are they going to set Plagueis and maybe even a young Palpatine up maybe? I don't know if Palpatine can even be in this. Or...
Yeah, if it's 100, 200 years old, Palpatine's a human, he's also... otherworldly human.
That's what I'm saying. He's a human, but does he have a longer lifespan?
Yeah.
Does Sith augment your lifespan at all either? I don't know.
I think it's supposed to, you draw, that's why he looks the way he does in a way, but then again, they also did the whole Mace Windu reflected the lightsaber.
That was, originally in Return of the Jedi, you just think he's just this ancient old man.
Right.
But then it turns out he looks like that because Mace Windu reflected his lightning at him. I don't know. Which isn't...
And then he just kept he could have stopped blasting at any time.
He could have done that with Rey.
But he just
he doesn't for some reason.
Keeps...
Well, this is the Acolyte. This is 200 years. We've got 2 episodes that dropped, last night?
Technically, yeah.
Last night. This is the next day. Episode 1 looks lost and found. The Jedi pursue a suspect after a shocking crime. Okay, so in the teaser, there's somebody murdered Jedi. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, unaliving Jedi. I'll have to edit that out.
Do you have to legit? You can't.
There's a lot of weird buzzwords that you I have to look at a list, but you can't. Unalive might not even work anymore. I don't know, but I think the algorithm is now
Where's George Carlin when we need him?
I don't even know if I'm allowed to show the word revenge up there. Revenge, justice.
Well,
so.
This is at least an image. They can't do anything to images. Right?
Well, AI is getting better, man.
Oh god, yeah, the AI is our new overlord.
An assassin strikes again, but this time the Jedi are there to attempt capture. All right. So, any predictions before we jump into this first episode?
Well, let's see. What based off the teaser, like you said, we know someone kills, unlives Jedi. We don't know if it is Sith or not. It's kind of implied, or they want us to think it's Sith. But I feel like...
It can't be Sith documented, though, right? Because Maul appering as the first Sith.
Right.
Is it ever stated in the movie?
They make it... Yoda or someone, says to Qui-Gon, don't they, at the council? When he first fought him on Tatooine, and then they go to the council, they're like, whoa, we haven't seen Sith in, 1,000 years.
I was going to say, for some reason I'm remembering, 1,000 years, but I don't know if that's even in the movie
but yet,
or not.
Yoda knows about the rule of 2, though.
Well, it can't be 1,000, because then Yoda wouldn't have even been born.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe it's never even said, but...
So, I don't know. The Acolyte, the name is also at least somewhat vaguish that it could be the Acolyte of the Jedi,
Are we going to
Acolyte of the evil?
Well, I was
or-
going to say, I don't know anything about the books or the old EU. I thought maybe this is going to establish the rule of two.
I mean,
Like this is going to be, we're going to see the beginning of
in
it.
the old EU, Bane, Darth Bane establishes the rule of two. He sees how like the Sith just suck at trying to take over the Jedi when they're like massive armies. And he realizes that having like just two, a master apprentice, they can do like stealthy, sneaky. I mean, I guess he never realized though that like a single heart attack would have just really
that's
screwed
not
up his
very
whole
good planning. Also, like something like Palpatine, who doesn't plan on ever
dying,
relinquishing
yeah.
his power, will, you know.
But I mean, it's one of those like in theory and writing it looks good,
Yeah, it's like a weird philosophy. Where it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
would work if everyone makes it work. But
right?
eventually, you're going to come to somebody who's like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think this whole like the person that probably the main character is probably going to be the one being chased after as being the assassin, and it's going to turn out she's not the real assassin.
Do we assume the COVID mask girl is the assassin there?
I think that's what they want us to think.
Right,
I don't think
right.
she's going to be the actual assassin. I think it's going to be like
think
the old
that-
switcheroo or
I
whatever.
think they're going to give it to the Jedi on the top screen, the one who like we have to think is wise and everything. He's going to be the assassin.
Is he the one in the teaser that's like, everyone close your
Yeah,
eyes,
yeah.
and then it cuts to an alien that can't close his eyes because it has no eyelids?
Close your eyes.
I see.
Close your eyes.
I mean, you know,
That's embarrassing.
I mean, it's unfortunate.
Was the editor messing with them?
I
Like, did
feel-
that slip by the cracks? Did the editor say, like, I'm going to throw this
I
eyelid?
wonder if when we watch this, if it stays in, like, see if that's still a thing.
Yeah, because that was, like, shockingly bad. Like,
Right.
right when it said, like, close your eyes, it cut to an alien that cannot close its eyes.
I-
And it's just,
maybe-
and all the kids around it, our eyes are closed, but it's just aliens, eyes wide open, bugging out like crazy.
Maybe maybe it is almost like a meta joke, like a.
As I said, somebody working for Disney is like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess with them. I'm gonna see if this gets by. But well, enough preamble. You want to jump right into this and just see what we got going?
let's do it.
Lost and Found, Episode 1.
Oh, we got a little crawl.
100 years before the rise of the Empire, it is a time of peace. The Jedi Order and the Galactic Republic have prospered for centuries without war. But in the dark corners of the galaxy, a powerful few learn to use the Force in secret. So it's only 100 years
Yeah.
before the rise of the Empire. One of them, a lone assassin, risks discovery to seek revenge.
Well,
Okay.
and it's also 100 years before the Empire, and what? Phantom Menace is like 30 years.
So if it's 100 years before the Empire, then
it'd be like 70 years
20
before.
some years. So it's about 70 years before
Yeah.
Phantom Menace. Yeah. Uide? Uide?
Uida? You have like nothing on this planet but pagodas, and you have that thing there. Why would you have that? What is that thing she's walking through? Why would you even have that?
Okay. Is this a sort of like a slimy cantina?
Yeah, I like that alien with like the head thing.
Eh, oh, it's like yak face. Kinda.
I feel like that should be an edited word. You can't call people yak face.
Wasn't yak face actually his official name back in the day in the cantina?
Oh, there's Trinity.
That is Trinity.
Yeah.
So no subtlety.
Yeah,
Just writing them.
I don't like the whole we have to do this thing.
Okay.
I'm like, if I'm Trinity, she just lets them all. Yeah, I don't know. They're not my people.
Yeah. Is it implied that Trinity's friends with all of them?
Yeah,
'Cause they all
I-
laughed with her.
Yeah, and then she stopped the laughter.
Yeah. So she's like in charge.
Why would the Jedi be at like this like casino place anyway?
Was it the Jedi or just her?
We're gonna get like a Matrix fight
This
because
isn't-
it's Trinity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my
slow
God.
mo. Oh no.
No, you don't do that.
Remember the Matrix?
You can't have this be like. I mean, this is the first start of the show, and we assume that she's the assassin.
No, like I said, it's gonna be a. They're gonna flip it on us somehow.
Yeah.
That's too obvious.
I like how stoic they try to make.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely showing the assassin is totally outmatched by her,
Right.
but which means like she should be running.
Something's gonna happen where she gets the upper hand, though. Because
got
otherwise, this whole fight's. I mean, then again, every Disney episode has a
No,
fight.
we know there's gonna be a red lightsaber at some point because it's in the trailer. So why doesn't she have a red lightsaber here? This is already getting to the point where it's almost too long.
Right. Well, I feel like it's a
Ooh.
bad idea to fight with daggers against a Jedi that would have lightsabers.
What are you doing here? It's like maybe like an old apprentice.
There we go. Finally, you brought out the lightsaber.
You think she used to be a Padawan to her?
I mean, that could be it. Yeah.
It's like she. That's the thing is she should have known she has a lightsaber, and she didn't pull up the lightsaber at all.
This is a fight that you will.
And the fight got quite dangerous there.
Yeah.
So why bring it out now? How many daggers does she have?
Right.
She has. I like her pathetic little chainmail. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, she hit her with the other one. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, she is the murderer.
So is this the murder that starts the whole thing? Is her killing Trinity?
Is Trinity only in this show for like 5 minutes? That's great.
And all because the barkeep had to like suddenly stand up and like cough. Good job, barkeep.
Or is Trinity gonna come back to life and turn out to be the bad guy?
Oh, that'd be pretty badass.
That would be very Star Wars. Somebody
That
obviously dies on screen and then they just come back later and
Yeah.
like they're absolutely fine. You got stabbed in the heart. It's like, yeah, she's a Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually sort of intrigued now.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was gonna happen.
I wouldn't have thought they would have killed Trinity in the first 5 seconds. We didn't even get a name for her.
I'm sure we will soon here because they're gonna do an investigation.
Now she can.
And she's gonna leave the lightsaber behind.
Yeah.
Okay, there's got to be a point to that. It's a Jedi weapon. She doesn't want to use it.
Right. The dude's like, you just killed a Jedi.
Have we ever
Yeah.
seen a character in Star Wars get killed with like a sword or an actual blade like that? A non-lightsaber?
Oh, he's got a baby.
Okay, she's definitely gonna spare him.
Yeah, she'll be the irredeemable character that's redeemed at the end.
I was gonna say, Ben, I'm starting to think that we're gonna get more recontextualization of Trinity's character, and she's gonna be like awful.
Yeah,
And we're gonna be like, oh, so she had it coming.
Because she did say that when she first approached her, she goes, a Jedi doesn't fight unarmed people, and like the girl said, yes, they do. So something happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna turn out Trinity was like a piece of shit.
Yeah, she did something like some flashbacks gonna be like a mission they did on her planet.
I definitely do not believe that Disney is gonna make a show about a despicable main character. Even though I think it could work. I think it could have worked in like the Boba Fett show or whatever.
Yeah.
But they do not have the balls to do that. They're gonna definitely paint her as this really awesome character.
Yeah.
Who like stands up to oppression and all this other stuff.
Is that Nemeodian? Yeah, it is. Hey, that's like the first we've seen them since. Oh, they even mentioned Trade Federation.
Okay. Wait. 200, like a year, 100 years beforehand, the Trade Federation still a thing?
Well, it'd be like 70 years before Phantom Menace.
It's got a pretty good legacy.
Well, Disney's 100 years old.
How did Newt Gunray
Wow.
come into power? He's an idiot.
Yeah, wow. I think the Trade Federation at that point is also like on its last legs, it looks like. Because like they fully willingly like joined the Sith. Like, we need you.
Right.
So long. Activate the shield immediately.
The mechanics are on it, Captain.
No, they got rid of the racist Asian accents.
Yes, of course. As you know, our blockade is perfectly legal. What? What did you say? What is going on down there?
Have you ever encountered a Jedi Knight before, sir?
Well, no, but
It's Queen Amidala herself.
at last we are getting results.
Me so sorry. Oh, so. Me like the flight lights.
The Flappy Dicky.
He's so sorry. They didn't get that bad in Star Wars, but it actually gets pretty close.
Good thing fire doesn't exist in space.
Her name's Osha?
Yeah, he even has like a full...
It's Napoleon, man!
It is, yeah. God, man. I can't even think of a... Like, I thought maybe a Nemeodian woman could have been a little sexier, but like that woman...
It's like poetry. It rhymes. The Jedi are coming at the Nemeodians.
Yeah.
Sub-level.
Oh, see, so that's already like unethical.
Right.
I mean,
so this Jedi is already just, yeah.
the Jedi's are gonna be assholes right out of the gate.
Right, they're like the pompous white dudes.
Now, granted,
colonizing
Obi-Wan
the
does
world.
do the mind trip on like the troopers, but that's more self-preservation.
Yeah.
You know, this is like asserting power and dominance over.
Yeah. His name is Yord.
Yeah, everything looks too clean. You know.
I think that's the problem where like original Lucas movie, like the original trilogy it's a lived-in world. It's like Blade
Yeah,
Runner.
people have dust on them, and they're
Yeah.
dirty.
The Phantom Menace, like the prequel trilogy started it where it was like everything's clean then, which kind of made sense to a degree because it was supposed to be like the height of the Old Republic, but at the same time it's like all of this is too aesthetic, it's too clean, it's too...
They wouldn't do something as stupid as she has a twin, right? They wouldn't do that, right? Oh, God. No way in hell they do that. Did they have somebody doppelganging her? Like a shapeshifter?
They're doing that.
You think that's what's gonna happen?
Yep.
No. Maybe?
They're doing the twin bullshit.
They're not.
They're gonna do it.
There's a
like,
shapeshifter in Attack of the Clones, right? Maybe they'll doing that.
No, what I think they're gonna do is the Jedi took her as a baby. The Jedi did not take the sister.
No, that's
you know what I mean?
That's way too tropey. That can't be it. That's pathetic if that's what they're doing. If we ended up calling the whole show like
5 minutes in,
minutes
like
in.
we're time it.
That's what's great. Is like editing. I can leave it in depending on if we're right or not.
Oh, like they just brought the barkeep with.
They ruined my bar.
Yeah.
Then it was nice for the Nabodians to bring the bartender along.
Right?
Wait, where's the baby? Doesn't he have a baby?
I don't like that ship design.
It looks kind of Star Trek-y.
Yeah.
I would say it's too round.
Yeah.
Star Wars has like it's ridges and points.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah. Like we don't know what Coruscant is. Come on, give us some credit.
Wait, are they gonna show an alien that can't close his eyes?
Is that supposed to be a whipped? Like
Oh, yeah, it looks
like
like-
Jay Quill.
That sort of look like one.
So it's all humans.
It's gonna cut to an alien and its eyes are gonna be like wide open. And they're like, close your eyes.
It's all humans other than the whipped and whatever that pinkish thingy is. Oh, this is clearly a woman that Captain Kirk would have.
There it is.
Yeah.
His eyes are wide open because he doesn't have eyelids. Close your eyes. I can't, sir.
Yeah, I can never.
Get the fuck out of here.
I never can. My life is living hell. My eyes
can't
are
believe-
always open.
Master Venestra?
God. Is she supposed to be like a Falleen, like Prince Caesar?
Oh, he kind of looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Like a
what
I don't.
species is. They never did. Disney never hijacked Caesar, did he?
No, I don't think they've used him in anything. The Clone Wars showed Black Sun, but I don't think they've really broke it down. I like how this is just clearly just a human. with just paint.
So Osha was his Padawan. I'm a little intrigued to see how Trinity fits into this whole murder thing, but man, oh man, if that turns out that she has a twin sister and that. Oh my God! And the twins have to fight.
Yeah.
Like there's a good one, and a bad one, or the good one doesn't know anything about the Force, and the bad one, I don't know. I don't know what we're saying.
And also, why would the Jedi just have left her walk away? They don't feel like a group that lets people walk away.
Well, you can. I'm okay with the idea of them breaking away and escaping.
Yeah, but I feel like
not specifically just walking away. Didn't Dooku just walk away?
yeah, but like that was like they made a big point that there was like the fallen 20 or something like that, and it was like only 20 Jedi have ever
Just quit.
right. Everyone else has always stayed in the order. That might have been old canon though, so I don't know. But
Our political enemies will use it against us.
what political enemies would the Jedi have? Like in
We
a
don't know
time of
anything. We
peace?
don't know anything yet. I guess the idea is they do. I don't know.
Yeah. And who's the Force users in secret right now? I'm assuming they're trying to imply Sith, but I don't know if it's like another sect of.
Like gray Jedi's.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because Sith is like a specific type of dark side user, right?
Right.
It's not
yeah,
somebody who uses the Force in dark side isn't necessarily a Sith.
right. All Sith users are dark side users, but not all dark side users are Sith.
Right.
Basically.
The Sith are specifically the rule of two. Right?
Yeah.
Is that a face hugger? What? That's creepy.
Why is he on the same? Why would you have him?
That definitely looks like a face hugger, like on his mouth.
right.
The way it's like moving. It's like.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? If you think she killed a Jedi,
Well, why doesn't she have one?
right?
She can kill a Jedi, but she hasn't warranted the parasite yet.
Yeah. I mean,
It does weird brain stuff to you.
sure you killed a Jedi.
They brought it up. Oh no.
You said the quiet part loud.
Oh, wait, she's like a mechanic. Is she gonna do some mechanic
Yeah,
bullshittery
of course,
to get
yeah.
out of the ship.
The person who has just the right skill set to escape has just the right skill set to escape.
She just said, yes, I have faith in the Jedi. Like, legitimately, which makes me start thinking
I think that's like he's like half Gamorrean. You could have done that at any point.
Oh, God. Well, he has to wait until somebody walks by.
But they're robots. Everything's robots.
Everything's robots. That's almost as
They
bad
had a face hugger on that one dude. Why wouldn't you
why wouldn't all the prisoners just have these face huggers?
Right, and why wouldn't you have everyone in like handcuffs?
Oh wait, there's Lobot. There's bad Lobot.
Yeah. You let everyone else out but the Jedi killer? Why wouldn't you let her out?
Because she was.
Like, are you worried about her?
Oh, because she said she had faith in. She said she had faith in the Jedi because they were asking if she wanted in on their whole like escape thing. She said I have faith in the Jedi, and then he says, "Oh, well, enjoy prison then."
You have the Force, right? Yeah.
She doesn't. Her twin sister has the Force. That's what's happening. Right? That's the only thing that makes sense now, right? She obviously. Oh wait, maybe she can do it. She was.
Is she gonna have the what's the Sabine moment where like she finally gets it?
I was gonna say unless this is a scene that is like pre the opening scene, but it's not because that's when she's in jail.
Right? Yeah. This is definitely.
It's twin sister.
It's like the day after the other. Oh, look! There's a gap under the floor.
Look. Okay, so it's one of two things. It's twin sister, or it's assassin shapeshifter that turned into her.
I'm gonna go with twin sister. It's Star Wars. Like.
Well, both of those is equally dumb.
Right. Oh, she just ripped that dude's head.
But the shapeshifter thing is established. They can do that without it raising too many eyebrows.
I feel like Star Wars nowadays is too emotional based, so the twin sister approach is like right on the mark.
Right.
Oh, she's gonna save the.
So
and this is the moment where you realize she's a good guy because she's helping the face hugger.
She's gonna rip off the face hugger thing.
So what could this guy have done that made him so much of a threat that the others didn't warrant the same treatment?
Ew, that's kind of neat. Yeah. I kind of like that. Yeah,
okay.
he's gonna save him. He's gonna.
Is that Dennis from It's Always Sunny?
No. Wait, was it?
Wouldn't it be great if it was?
That would be pretty awesome.
Well, he took the last escape pod, I guess. That seems unfortunate for her. I think the teaser trailer showed a crashing ship though, and I think it's the ship.
I thought he was gonna save them somehow.
So didn't those droids just turn into like the seats or something like that?
Wouldn't that have been good cause and effect? She decides to stay behind and save him, and that guy actually knows how to stop the ship from imploding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like her actions now got them.
But
you know
now
what I mean?
we have to show that.
But now she's just gonna save herself.
Right.
It's just
because
whatever.
now we have to show that she's a great mechanic. We're gonna Mary Sue the hell out of this.
Did she actually use the Force? Or did it
No.
just come to her?
It kind of rolled right to the crack.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm almost.
And what's with like the Disney Plus shows having these like small mechanic droids? Like Leia had that one in the Obi-Wan show, that little floaty guy. Mm-hmm. She has a little pip thing.
So they're gonna actually give us a real reason to hate the Jedi here, other than just being them stoic assholes, or is that just gonna be it? They're stoic assholes and they deserve what's coming.
But I also like that. Like she's like, oh, you can't go to that planet. Like, why can't I? Why? What's like legitimately? What would be the reason he shouldn't go there? She's like, oh, she couldn't have survived.
Yeah, let's not investigate.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Why didn't like? And another thing, like, this is like the Star Wars equivalent of like the villains. Like in Austin Powers, like, I'm just gonna assume the trap I set kills them. Why didn't the Jedi escort her back?
Yeah.
They did the same thing in Ahsoka. They did the same thing in like Ahsoka did it, right? Where like they just let the bad Jedi board the ship. Like,
oh yeah.
Why do you assume like like people just like easily like, oh yeah, I'm sure she didn't survive. It's fine. She's dead. We don't have to go. Like, why wouldn't you just investigate? Wouldn't you want to go get the ship remains anyway?
Yeah.
Like, just check it out. This was a prisoner transport. Wouldn't you want to at least see, like, the flight log on it?
Uh-oh. It was a shadowy monster. What if she has, like, schizophrenia? and maybe she has like different personality. Like she turns into evil.
Right, that person walked away from the ship.
What is this, a horror? It's like The Ring? What is this?
Right? I thought the person was looking in.
Yeah, I thought did that person come out of the ship? Like, were they on the ship to begin
Yeah.
with?
But like, here's like Star Wars. Hey, there's the milk. Oh no, he just has a different. Remember that? Remember the Tabana gas miner guy? He had like that milk
he's always
thing.
What?
Foreboding music playing.
This is like in her mind or something, right?
Like a younger version of her. May, her sister.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Yep, you nailed it.
No.
That was a flashback like thingy though. Like that was like a.
So the thing in her background that she wasn't paying attention to was in her mind? Oh my God.
They're gonna like act like the sister died on Brendock, or they thought she died on Brendock, or something stupid like that.
Always one,
So she's gonna get like
born as two.
always one, born as two. So yeah, like one of them got taken away by the Jedi Order while the others
Yep.
didn't. That's really what they're doing?
Yep.
Oh my God. I don't even know what they survived. Some sort of fire in the woods? Is that what those out there was?
Like a village getting burnt down.
Did the Jedi burn a poor village to the ground? That would be pretty bad.
They went like Vietnam War on them all.
Oh, okay, we're just going to get all of it.
Yep.
Somebody started a fire, killed her family.
No, the sister did it. May did it.
Oh, the evil one started a fire
Yeah.
that burned... Oh, it's going to turn out a Jedi started the fire. That's why she's killing them all.
But Disney...
Yeah, so far I'm not too impressed with like the character moments that like help us like sort of like some of these people.
But they're also just like, the exposition dumps of how, like, it feels clunky.
I'm not in love with the show so far. I don't want to say outright hate it. I'm sort of right in the middle still,
Yeah.
like, eh.
Oh, and here we go. We're immediately doing the, there's no way she could have survived. You already pulled this trick doing the, I saw her sister die.
We're going to do it twice in a row.
Yeah. Like, why do we have, like, why is everyone's assumption always that the person's dead rather than assume they're alive and keep looking? You flew to
Yeah, that's literally an Austin Powers joke.
Right, like, they're flying to another planet. They're spending whatever days, weeks it takes to get there. And they're like, nope, she crashed, she died, let's just leave. Like, why is that like the go-to for these people all the time?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Moff Gideon. They did Moff
Yeah.
Gideon.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, ship's probably, he's dead, right? He flew out.
I mean, I guess in in Mando season 3, like they watched the Star Destroyer crash into him. That would be a time where I would believe he could be dead.
Well, you wouldn't be able to find remains.
Right.
Like, a Star Destroyer fell on him.
Right.
Like, you can go through it if you want, but you're not going to find him.
That's another thing, though. So Ahsoka and Mando season 1 or 2, whatever, Gideon just like escapes because no Jedi they just let.
Yeah, nobody cared either.
Right.
Afterwards.
And then
Which
Morgan.
I think the point of that is that there's too much bullshit bureaucracy. I think there is a point to it. I just think it's sort of executed poorly.
Yeah.
You can certainly tell that story well. Like Gideon got through a loophole in the system.
Yeah.
You know?
But they did the same thing with Morgan Elsbeth too. Like no one was guarding her. She's
Well,
like
that's actually stupid. It would be better if Gideon just got off because of his
Bureaucracy.
connections and his
Yeah.
ties, and he's got so many
Okay, now we're looking at May.
But once it gets to the point where you can just like start throwing people around walls and they have no recourse, it's
Yeah.
like, why do you even need a lightsaber? You can.
The Obi-Wan show ramped it up. The Last Jedi ramped it up. Like,
What is?
Kills without a weapon. An acolyte kills the dream.
What?
that was the end? Okay.
Who's the evil man?
So he was chastising her for using a weapon to kill the Jedi.
Yes.
Because, super powerful magic guy, it should be easy to kill without a weapon.
So wait, he wanted to beat the Trinity with just her fists?
Yeah, man.
Your fists are technically a weapon.
Maybe
or
the Force?
Just outright beat her with the Force?
But even that, like that.
Does she know Force lightning?
Well, that's where like semantics is a stupid thing for things, because like when you say I want you to not use weapons, well, theoretically anything is like the Force would be a weapon because like I can't use the Force.
Yeah, what does it matter? It should just be like...
Right. You're drawing an esoteric line in the sand. You're drawing an arbitrary line in the sand.
If anything, the way you do that is you set her up trying to kill Trinity with some sort of honor involved.
Right.
Instead of like, oh, she could have easily like killed her backstabbing or whatever.
That's what they should have shown her.
And he's pissed off that she didn't take the easy kill.
Yeah.
Instead made a big deal.
Either do it where like she killed with honor and he's mad about that because then it left a trace. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like
left a trace. But it's like Jedi only. He's like only Jedi kill with honor. We kill for results.
Right.
Or something like that. I don't know.
That should have been he should have been mad.
Weapons. Yeah, semantics. It's like, well, beating somebody to death with your fist. You're still beating them with it.
Right.
You're still killing them. You know.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think maybe the point is she left basically evidence.
I would hope that would be the big thing. But
Right.
what I'm saying is like the dialogue at the end doesn't support that.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
The whole point of an assassin is to get it done without an entire cantina
that's
seeing your
right.
face and you know.
Well, and that's why like in Attack of the Clones they try to do the little slug things into the vent to kill Padme.
When I brought up the twin sister thing, I honestly thought that was like a joke at first. But then as the episode was going on, I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be like the 8th episode reveal. Yeah. And then they did
it right
it in the fucking...
They did all
so there's no mystery anymore.
That's what, like my only, like, I'm kind of intrigued from the episode. I do kind of like it. I feel they went way too heavy-handed with the information. Like they gave us everything already.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe that could be a good thing. That's
right.
That's not objectively bad.
Right.
Because there's 7, 8 more episodes.
Is there 8 or 10? Probably 8.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But depending on, I mean, they're getting the BS out of the way.
Right.
And now they're like, here is the.
But I feel like the only thing I have with that is this is set in a time period where the Jedi aren't meant to be outright fighting.
Right.
So it feels like this should be more of a drawn out mystery rather than like, all right, here's the exposition. We're immediately going into every episode is going to be fighting and it's like an all out war. Like the way that they went so quickly from mystery resolvement for us as viewers feels like we're like lent to think like we're almost like it's like House of the Dragon did it where like they built to the ending like the first season sets up the war.
I was gonna say don't even show us don't even have a mystery for those 3 scenes if that's how long it's gonna last. Like immediately show that like
just they could have left with they could have literally done like the flashback.
I mean, I guess it was almost immediate. But
right? No, it legitimately was.
Yeah, it's hard to even call that a mystery. But
they could have just started with the flashback of the fire and like Soul thinking May died, and then they could have went from there, and then everyone thinks May is dead, and then and then they could have done Indara's killed. And then done, like, they could have just played it straight through. They didn't have to do, like, a fragmented thing for 4, like, scenes. If you're gonna reveal the same mystery's resolvement in the same episode, you're better off just doing it linear.
Interested to see how horribly they're going to paint the Jedi. Obviously, this Chad guy is going to be pretty shitty. He probably will have a redemption at some point.
Well, I don't know. So the next episode here says, an assassin strikes again. Do we just kill Yord here?
The assassin strike? No, I don't think so.
I think the either the green chick or Soul's apprentice.
Venestra?
Yeah.
Whatever her name is?
Or the other apprentice. The one that they just showed on, I don't even know her name.
The other apprentice would probably make sense. I think this guy's probably going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
Because he has a personal connection with Osha. So him dying would probably take away too much of that.
Yeah.
I would think.
There will be a duel with him and May or something at some point. We know we're going to see
May will probably even beat him, I think.
That might even be the lead up to make the May and Osha duel.
Well, now Evilman at the end. Who is that? Do we know? Grogu.
Let's just legitimately let's just name like 40 Star Wars names.
Is that Merrick?
Is that
was that the fart cloud guy? Oh, all right.
That was Star Wars, folks.
That was the Acolyte, episode 1. What was it called? Light and Dark or something?
Lost and Found.
Lost and Found.
And then the
Okay,
next
so wait,
one
who was
Revenge
lost and
of
who was found?
Sister. That's why it's got the slash, because they're the dual sisters. One good, one evil.
One was lost and one was found?
Yeah, they found
They found the good one and the lost one was...
Yeah. And then revenge for the bad
And
one,
and
justice for the good one.
The Jedi guy said that... Is her name May? The bad one?
The bad one's May, the good one's Osha.
She presumably set a fire that killed her entire family?
Yeah.
But we are probably going to say it was a Jedi that did that, right?
And because she laid the blame on Indara.
And they all think she's dead.
Right.
Including
Soul.
Including Osha thinks she's dead, right? Or
Yeah.
do we not know that yet?
It made it seem, up until that crash, like, weird dream thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is she actually having a real dream? Is somebody giving her that dream?
Is it like a forced
Or is that a
dream,
forced dream that
Yeah.
she's having? Or
I don't
is it
know.
I don't know.
What would you give the first episode?
Me? Everyone has like their own personal standard for like a 1 out of 10, you know?
Right.
So some people would probably call me harsh on this. I would probably say it's a 5.
Yeah. I would say
because for me it's very mid so far.
As a whole of television, like if I'm basing it on like all of television that I've seen, stuff like that, I say 5 or 6. As far as Star Wars goes, I could see a 7.5.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of like other premieres of shows just in general. You know, I would give Fargo season 1, opening episode of 10. Like that would be the close to 10 out of 10.
Breaking Bad gets like an 8 or
like
9.
for me, 10 out of 10s should be absurdly rare. Like you shouldn't
right.
like when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I have so many shows that I call 10 out of 10." It's like, well, then your standards are fucked because a 10 out of 10 means near perfection. You know, near perfection is not something that is common.
I could see Fargo getting a 9 or 10.
A 9 or 10. Breaking Bad's like an 8 or 9.
Yeah, Lost for me was like an 8 or 9.
The Shield, and The Wire have pretty good openings.
Yeah, as a whole, I would give this probably a 5 or 6. But as far as like Star Wars, like Disney Star Wars,
well, like see, in my standards, like Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan are probably 2s.
Oh yeah.
Mando season 3 might be a 1.
Right. Ahsoka's like a 1 or 2 or 3 maybe.
Ahsoka's like a 2. I think they're all 2s and 1s. Honestly, I don't even think I can give Ahsoka a 3. I would say this is like I was gonna say Andor's probably a 7.
And that's
A 7. You know, maybe a 7.5.
If we're giving it the full TV, I would even honestly, even Mando season 1, when I look back, because I did rewatch a little bit of Mando season 1 like a year ago. The first episode of Mando is kind of rough.
Mando season 1 is probably like a 6.
Right, but like the first episode though, like it looks like a fan production.
Yeah.
Like he fights weird blue creature in a bar. And
Well, that opening scene is bad. It's really bad. Yeah.
Like just the artwork, everything is just low budget, and it kind of worked for later in the season, but like for that first episode, it didn't.
I like some of the tone of like the old Western sort of feel that they're trying to do, but that goes away really quickly.
I was also not a big fan of the switcheroo at the end. That like, oh, we're getting a lone wolf season rather than it's bounty hunter.
Yeah, and then it turned into a very bad wolf and a cub story, like a really really bad example. Like if somebody's out there wondering what a good example is, go watch The Last of Us. That's a good wolf and cub. Mando and Grogu is a bad wolf and cub. Because Grogu is basically a plot device that they use. I hate Grogu. Yeah. Because they can't even stay consistent with Grogu himself. Sometimes he's cognitive and he like can think for himself and he can problem solve. Other times he's just a dumb baby that just acts cute. Well, and doesn't seem to have any sort of logical...
Season 3 ramped that up to the...
Yeah.
Like, let's give
bad.
it an IG-88
It's literally
body.
like, don't think about it, because Yoda... Turn your brain off, people, and that'll make it good. I love that excuse.
Remember we had
You'll
Yoda?
use your brain, and you'll enjoy it better. I like using my brain, though. Yeah.
All right, one last thing, though.
Okay.
Prediction. One last prediction time.
Okay.
Speaking of Grogu, made me think of this. Will we see Yoda in this season? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Guaranteed.
Like 100%. Like
they can't resist showing Yoda. I guarantee Yoda's in this thing at some point.
I will say yes.
Maybe it might even be like Palpatine at the end of Obi-Wan, where he just shows up for one little scene.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I say yes on the caveat that it's like that great like celebration at the final episode where like everyone's like, yes, we defeated evil.
Oh, when Boss Nass holds up the glowing orb?
Yes, yeah.
What was that? What was
we,
that
we
glowing
were just
orb?
talking about that like half an hour before. Oh, all of our witty banter about the Phantom
I know,
Menace.
we didn't record it, so now I was gonna...
But I will say I foresee that where like Yoda does something like, "You were a great apprentice," or like, "You will go on to do great Jedi things," and then we never hear about the character again.
Will Yoda say that to May or to...
So
Not May.
Right, because we're gonna get like that irredeemable character that's redeemed at the end.
I
Like
could
Vader,
see...
like Reva, like
Well, if there's an evil Osha and a good Osha, I could definitely see the evil Osha dying, but like maybe dying heroically at the end to save.
I could see good.
Obviously, the bad guys, that man in the shadows. Or
Right,
whatever, but...
right. I can see good twin dying and bad twin becomes good because of it.
He said, "Don't kill them with the lightsaber," and then he pulled his own.
Don't kill with weapons.
But they pulled out his weapon.
That was for emphasis.
Why does he have a weapon? That's contradictory.
When was the last time you watched like Empire Strikes Back?
Oh, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We watched all three of them on Discord. You weren't there though.
No, yeah.
You weren't there though.
Yeah,
we had a great time. It took like 8 hours, but it was a fun time.
Was it on May 4th?
It might have been actually.
You should have done it on May 4th.
It might have been. I don't know. All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick little breaky poo, and we'll be back. I'm gonna go get another beer.